PDP kicks against Shettima's proposed construction of Fulani colonies in Benue and other states. That is the thing. Why will you create Fulani colonies across all the states in the country? That is unacceptable. This is similar to opening up a grazing route that will cause more problem in Nigeria. This is similar to developing or installing the Fulani emirs across all the states as traditional rulers in Nigeria. This thing that Shettima want to bring, I hope Tinubu will not buy into it, because it will put another level of fire in Nigeria. This is another problem they want to bring. How himself as a Canary man want to promote the Fulanis, except he tells me that he has hand in the Fulanization agenda of Nigeria. Of course, that is why they have him there, because they feel is the militant person that is militant enough to bring about Fulani agenda in Nigeria. The Benue State chapter of the People Democratic Party has kicked against the proposal of Vice President Kashim Shettima to build Fulani colonies in the state and others. Yes, Nigerian News recalls that the Vice President had last week disclosed that at a public function in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, that the present administration had approved the construction of 1,000 houses in Sokoto, Kebbi, Katsina, Zamfara, Kaduna, Niger, and Benue State, with all the ancillaries, facilities of schools, clinics, veterinary clinics, and ranches for the Fulani community. Okay. However, the PDP in the state has called on the governor, Reverend Father Hyacinth Alia, to exclude Benue from the list of the said housing construction. In a statement issued on Monday by the party's publicity secretary, Bengba Lotium, the PDP asserted that they are sure the Benue people would reject the plan rightly before establishing Fulani colonies is like a deadly serious nature. Yes. So the party recalled that the last administration of the state under the PDP and former Governor Samuel Otom had rejected the proposal federally. Hence, the incumbent governor should rise to the occasion. According to them, unlike other beneficiaries states with sizable Fulani populations and more than enough land, Benue State lacks the land mass for such projects as Fulani colonies. The PDP submitted that, in other words, in those other states, it could be natural to have such colonies where a Fulani population is already in situ and which would seamlessly be accommodated therein. Benue has no such indigenous Fulani population with land holding where such a colony could be established. Secondly, it is unjust and ultimately insensitive to have a colony established for the Fulani with all the facilities for modern living in a state where victims of the genocidal atrocities committed by those same Fulanis are still displaced from their lands and means of livelihood and living in subhuman conditions in camps where bear semblance to the concentration camp of Nazi Germany during the Second World War. Okay. That promise by Vice President Osibanjo has not been fulfilled to this moment, and the displaced persons in the IDP camps are still, even to date, being attacked and killed by Fulani herdsmen right there in the camps, and dare not venture near their plundered and desolate ancestral lands to scavenge for food. Okay, so thank God the PDP in Benue State has risen to this occasion now to say we reject this establishment of Fulani colonies, especially across the north, because they just mentioned the north, northeast, northwest, and north central. Those are the states where they want to do it. But what Benue PDP is saying is that you can't do that in Benue because Benue does not have the population of Fulanis like other states. Okay, and secondly, the Benue does not have the landmass that will be used for this Fulani project. And thirdly, you cannot settle the Fulanis that have been causing mayhem in the state, have killed people, put people in IDP camps, displaced people from their houses. They don't have access to their farmland. And those people they displaced are still suffering. And the Fulani herdsmen are still going to the IDP camps to still kill them. And now the same Fulani people that are committing this crime against humanity in Benue, you want to settle or design and create colonies for them in the state. What does that mean? Who is second human? Who is a second fidel in the state? This is not acceptable. Okay, this is obviously not acceptable. And so all the promises that the former Vice President Shibanjo made about settling these people has not been achieved till today. And now this one is coming to settle the Fulanis after committing crime against humanity in their state, that it is not going to be accepted. So they are telling the current state governor not to accept it. That is Hyacinth earlier, because the former governor, Samuel Otom, never accepted it, even at nationwide level. Okay, so now they have submitted their case, and I just hope that the governor of Benue State will support his people and see that they don't create another menace in that state. Because Fulanis have that kind of sense of entitlement that they own the state and they own the country, they own everywhere. So when you build colonies for them, they will definitely claim the entire state and they will incapacitate the people of the state. So Shettima need to be very careful when he's making promises so as not to, cause more harm than intended good if he has any good intention at all. Okay. So that is what is coming from Benue State PDP. There are a few comments here. People have reacted to it. Someone said, Vice President, don't start again with Buhari. What Buhari could not finish. Fulani has no place or land in Nigeria. They want to claim people's land by force. Exactly. Never. Nigerians will not allow it. Okay. Why colony? Don't they have home? If Fulanis are strangers, they should get set to go back to their homeland. No to Fulani colony. If Shettima is also a foreigner, the National Assembly should expedite a process of his impeachment and possibly repatriation. Why are these Fulani so interested in Benue? Tinubu should not allow such to happen. It will be very disastrous if Fulanis are allowed to settle in Benue, because people, APC people are inclined. Because people are APC inclined. Benue people are APC inclined. No, it's not going to work even at that. Fulani should return to their state. Shettima is not a good leader. His plan of Islamization is ongoing. Let President Tinubu stop him from that evil plan. When I become the president in 20 years, Fulanis will vacate Nigeria. They are foreigners. Exactly. Waiting for Father, the governor, to take a stand on this, for where the man not going to do anything. The man not going to do anything. He was voted because he's a Christian, not because he's an APC. But he might be tired. He might not be able to do anything the way I see him. Okay? Someone said they have come again. The colony of 18, why do they want to force their clan on other people? What is this madness about? They need to do something. They say, Father, say something. That is the Reverend Father. Emiloko brothers have run away from the comment section. They have become dumb, useless sect of people that have no future. A lot of black them. Fulanization has started with Benue. Next is Yoruba land. So that is what brought him to power. He has an agenda to accomplish. But we know all of this now. When people are talking about a Muslim ticket, what do you expect? There is a plan on the ground. So that is what is coming. The Benue PDP have rejected it, and the whole Nigeria should also reject it. Otherwise, it's going to lead to another level of bloodshed again across the country. Because Fulanis have that sense of entitlement that they own everywhere, and they will collect people's land, collect people's homes, rape women, cause all kinds of crime in the country, and nothing will happen because their people are in power.